Hello everyone and welcome again to AC Gaming. This is not a usual video. On this video, as I promised to you before, if you watched my previous videos, I will start explaining to you in more details of the features of the game. So, we are going back to character creation, but I'm not gonna create another character to pass the game for someone else. No. I want to show you, first of all, the races. For example, doesn't matter of the portrait, and we are back to the races. What do we have here? We have humans. All the description is about humans. Elves. Yes, in this game you can't choose a sub-race like human. Humans can be different. Not just regular humans, it can be tieflings and ASMRs. But elves, there are 6 or 7 of different ones. But in this game, it's a little bit underdeveloped. But it's not a big deal. Let's not forget that this game is old. So what we do instead, we for example choose human. As I said before, human is a race that all classes are available. Fighter, Ranger, Paladin, 3 fighting classes. Then we got divine magic users, it's clerics and druids. Then we got arcane magic users. It's mage and separate here sorcerer. That's arcane magic users. Thief, well, a party cannot survive without at least one thief, especially when you go to dungeons full of traps and full of locked chests. Yes, sometimes you can break the lock open, and in this game items inside wouldn't be damaged, like for example in Neverwinter Nights 2. So but there will be such chests where doesn't matter how strong you are, you wouldn't be able to break it. Bards, well, many D&D fans, they underestimate bards. But, of course, in 2nd edition, bard is not the same as in 3rd. But still, bard can be a very useful party member to have. Especially plus 10 per level lore. What is lore? Is ability to identify an unidentified item without paying in the temples or shops, or wasting your first level arcane magic spells identification, or wasting scrolls and paying for them. So Bard, especially on the high levels, is very good for identifying items. Yes, Bard is master of none, but a little bit jack of all trades, but master of none, yeah? So, yeah, it's a little bit of a thief, only restricted to pickpocketing. It's a little bit of a mage, up to 6 level magic only. Out of 9, and only 3 magic slots per level. I mean, in total you can have no more than that. Only 3 slots, spell slots. Monk, well, Monk is very unique class. Monk doesn't wear armor. It fights with bare hands and legs, obviously, without having anything. It can use katana, can use scimitars. Monk can use blunt weapons, but of course it's the ability to fight melee bare hands. But having no armor, don't forget that you need to have high wisdom, high strength, high dexterity, ideally high constitution. You can't have all perfect. So something has to sacrifice. But wisdom is one of the main characteristics for a monk, because armor class depends on monk's wisdom. And new class that only available in Enhanced Edition all Baldur's Gate games is a Shaman. To be honest, I don't know Shamans well myself. But Shaman use Divine Magic, as Sorcerer use Arcane Magic without memorizing spells. It just has certain amount of spells and you can cast them per day of the total amount of spells. And plus each 1 out of 7, each magic level Shaman got their own spells, and it says which ones, and it does shamanic dance. You can read and pause if you want what it does. It's a cool stuff, but I myself never played for a shaman, and disadvantages are a bit of a spoil. It wouldn't be able to have a stronghold in Baldur's Gate 2 Shadows of Am, Enhanced Edition, whatever. Yeah, well, Enhanced Edition, because in classic games there are no shaman at all. Right. Let's go further into the subclasses this time. We chosen human, so all classes for a human available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 with a shaman. But only for a human, guys, yes. No multi-classing for a human, but dual classing. About dual classes I will tell you later, but I will be honest with you, I don't like dual classing. Well, I wouldn't dual class my character myself. Not in 2nd edition, in 3rd maybe. Well, there are only dual classing available. Yeah, 2nd edition is unique, but what I like about 2nd edition is, yeah, many things are restricted compared to 3rd editions and further. But that's what I like about the 2nd. It's me personally. You might disagree with me if you wish, but that's me. Right. Class kit. Yeah, so Classic Fighter is our Abdel Adrian. We are passing the game now. So, also, Fighter is a worst class in terms of subclasses, apart from Berserker. Berserker is very good. Disadvantages compared to advantages are very, it's almost nothing. Yeah, it can use Rage ability, you can read and pause if you want. Disadvantages is only that. Yeah, so if you are not worried about ranged weapons, really, for a Berserker melee fighter. For a ranged weapons, you have amazing subclasses for a ranger for that. So that's nothing. Restricted to any non-lawful, that's also nothing in my opinion. That's an amazing fighter subclass. Well, later on, we have a total joke. Read and pause everything if you want. I would never choose that subclass, me personally. If you have different opinion, please write in comments. Write politely, please, guys, okay? Kinsai. Good damager, but read this. Fighter, melee fighter, seriously. Read this. Read this. Well, that's not a big deal, but first 3, I wouldn't choose that subclass of a fighter at all. Barbarian, not too bad. Very close to Berserker, but you can read and pause, and the rage is a bit different compared to Berserker's range. Rage, sorry, not range, rage. Berserker's rage, you can read and pause, and Barbarian's rage, yep. Alright. Very similar. So Barbarian is pretty good, but if we talk about disadvantages, here. Splint mail will be the heaviest you can wear, not plate mail. Berserker, yeah, any heavy armor, but Barbarian splint mail only. plate mail, no. Which is understandable. Right, so that's fighters subclasses. Let's go further. Ranger. You can read and pause who rangers are. I like rangers, to be honest. Good class and subclasses as well. Yeah. You can read and pause, yeah? Right. Subclasses, any of them are good, but my favorite will be that. Ooh yeah, Archer. You can read and pause, and that's the most important. That's fantastic. If you want to play guys for a ranger, I really strictly recommend you to choose Archer if you want to be an archer. Many of you will say yes, Elf, because Elf got bonuses of Theco to bows. Yeah, but amazing longbows require minimum strength 18. Alright? Yes, you will have 19 dexterity, but strength 17 maximum. By the time you will find a book increasing on +1 your strength, it will be nearly the end of the game. You wouldn't be able to use composite longbows because they require strength 18. So no, Elf is not an option. Human. Yes, you will have one less of the total maximum dexterity, but I would say human. Or half-orc. Half-orc got maximum strength of 19. Okay, we'll deal with it later. Let's go further. Stalker. In Baldur's Gate 2 will be an amazing Stalker for you to take to the party. Amazing Ranger subclass, especially if you like to be stealthy. Yeah, that's the stealthiest Ranger, is that one. Yeah, disadvantages. But studded leather is what you need to hide in shadows. In chainmail, splint mail, or plate mail, it's not possible, so that's basically not even a disadvantage to me. Yeah. Stalker is fantastic. Beastmaster. I would say that's the worst of all Rangers in terms of subclassing, but I wouldn't say it's bad. Read everything and pause. I think Beastmaster is very, very good, but disadvantages. Okay, the first one especially. Yeah. So, Archer, but with 2 pluses only instead of 5 like the real Archer can have, yeah? So Beastmaster, missile weapons, or crossbow, if you prefer, also not too bad, but that look, I think it's pretty good. So Ranger in terms of subclasses and the classic class are good. Let's go further, guys. Paladin. Well, only a human can be a paladin in 2nd edition. Yeah. Only human. So, this is who paladins are. Yep. Yeah, you can hit pause and read it. Let's go further. Oh, that's interesting. Same. Every subclass is fantastic. I can't even tell you which one is my favorite. All of them are great. Well, we'll talk about Blackguard separately. So Paladin is only lawful good. Only. Apart from Blackguard, of course. So Cavalier. You can... Yeah, that's the only disadvantage, but come on. Once again, for missile weapons, Ranger is your class. Yeah, Paladin is basically a melee fighter. So that's fantastic. Look at the advantages, huh? Amazing class, Cavalier. classic knight. Well, Inquisitor. Yeah, might not turn undead, may not use lay on hands ability, which I will show you all in details later. Now we just have a quick brief look at everything what you can choose in the game, class-wise and race-wise. May not cast priest spells, but here, I would sacrifice that to that, guys. In Baldur's Gate 2, an amazing Inquisitor can join your party. But too early to speak about Baldur's Gate 2. But honestly, yeah, this video is all about reading for you guys, but that's the class I would choose. And especially if you want to hunt undead. Ooh, I love that class, Undead Hunter. May not use lay on hands ability, and that's it, compared to that look. Especially that. Level drain will be such a pain later in the game. In Baldur's Gate 1 Enhanced Edition, you wouldn't, apart from one moment in the game, you wouldn't face opponents who will drain your level. You can restore it, but that's another story. But later in the game, in the saga, in the story, you will meet many evil creatures that can drain your level. So that Paladin subclass Undead Hunter, yeah, the Holy Avenger, is immune to it and hold many mages, abilities of undead monsters, creatures undead, and other evil creatures against you can hold you. And if you're held and constantly receive hits, you will die. You can't do anything in that while you're held. I'll show you later on when the time comes to show how things work actually in the game. But immune to hold and level drain, that's absolutely epic. And +3 to hit and damage rolls against undead creatures. Later in our story of Abdeladrian, well, in this game that we play, and I'm showing you, but you will meet a lot of different nasty undead. So that's the class I would recommend for you to choose. And Blackguard, totally opposite to any paladin. It's basically an anti-paladin. You can read and pause. Also immune to level drain but not hold fear, which is cool. Turn undead, but in different way. Yeah, so absorb health, poison weapon. Yeah, I can read it pause, yeah? Yep, and aura of despair. You can read in pause. Right, and disadvantages. Enlightenment restricted to evil. May not cast detect evil, obviously. May not cast protection from evil, obviously. Yeah, and may not use lay on hands. So, but different abilities, the evil ones. So basically, it's anti-paladin Blackguard. Okay, let's go further. And further, we move to priests, clerics. Very important class in any party. You can read what classic cleric is. And we go to subclasses, which are more. So, who is Talos, Helm, Lathander, Tyr, and Tempus? These are gods the priests worship. The Pantheon of Gods, I will do the season of videos telling about each god in particular later on. So, who is Priest of Talos? Advantages and disadvantages. Read and pause, yeah? Priest of Helm. I like Helm, to be honest. Priest of Lathander. That's a good priest, yeah? Talos is evil, obviously, I forgot to tell you. Priest of Tyr. Also justice, deity, law. Exaltation. Divine Favor. Yeah, that's the restriction of enlightenments you can choose. Playing for this priest. And Priest of Tempos, the Lords of Battles. Yep, you can read that. That. And Chaos of Battle spell to cast. Disadvantages, Chaotic Good, Chaotic Neutral, and Chaotic Evil. Yeah. Tempos is Lord of Battles, it's or true neutral. Right, that's priests, apart from classic cleric that you can play for. Druids, worshippers of nature. Yeah. Yeah, wisdom and charisma. That's for dual classing if you want. And which druids do you have? Apart from classic. Totemic druid. I like this one. Cannot shapeshift, but honestly, good subclass of druid, that one. So I like it. I like to summon spirit animal is very good. Shapeshifter, lycanthrope. So this is a druid who, yeah, but no armor, who can shapeshift to werewolf and after 13th level to greater werewolf. So normal weapons, any normal weapons cannot hurt the greater werewolf. And the Avenger. That's an interesting one. So, yeah, so apart from priest spells, druidic priest spells, each level from 1 to 6 you have one arcane spell. So all these spells are available only to arcanists. Yeah, arcane, I told you, it's the magic comes from the weave, the goddess Mystra herself. Yeah, Mystra is a goddess of magic. Yeah, interesting. It's just more magic available, obviously, for Avenger, and that different shapeshiftings. Yeah, so that's Druid, and of course, Mage, my favorite. Yeah, guys, I love play for mages. Mage is a classic spellcaster of arcane magic, but Mage got the biggest amount of subclasses. So here I want to go into more details. Alright? If you ask me, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, yes, correct. 9, that's different, I'll tell you about wild mages separately. 9 schools of magic. If you play for a classic mage, that means all arcane magic is available for your spellbook for rewriting, copying, because scroll is a single use. Depends on the difficulty level. Easy difficulty levels, you will rewrite spell from the scroll to your spellbook automatically 100% successful. I most of the times play on core rules. There is a dice roll, successful or unsuccessful. If unsuccessful, scroll disappears and you fail to rewrite the spell to your spell book. So it's better to save the game and load in case of failure. Yeah, that's what I do, and I'll show you later on how to do it when we'll carry on passing our journey. Yeah, so Mage. I play for classic mage most of the times, but there are mage specialists. So what's the difference? The difference is that per level, you gain 1 extra spell slot, but instead may not learn or cast any spells of alternation school. If your Abjurer is a great mage for casting protective spells, it tells you, yeah? It's very short description, so a mage who specializes in protective magics. Then you got Conjurer. A mage who specializes in creating creatures and objects to assist him. So basically summoning monsters, summoning other stuff like Melf's Axidero is conjuration. Now I'm talking to those who know D&D a bit better than novices. So Flame Arrow 3rd level is conjuration. Yes, so Conjurer is a good mage specialist, but you can't learn Divination School, which is not a big deal. Divination spells are not useless. For example, Identify, spell of first magic circle, is Divination spell. So Conjurer is a good mage specialist to choose from. Then you got Diviner. I would never choose a Diviner. Guys, honestly, I would never choose a Diviner. Most of Divination spells in this game are almost useless. And you can't learn Conjuration School. This one, yeah? Now, that is amazing mage specialist because it can, in manipulating the minds of sentient beings, so basically charm, domination, dire charm, sleep, what else? Emotion hopeless, fantastic spell of 4th level. Yeah, those of you guys who know magics and D&D know that, of course. But novices, just be a bit patient. One at a time. I'll do the series of videos about arcane magic and separate divine magic videos. Yeah, showing you how everything works in the game. But for now, it's just very briefly. So that's a good mage subclass, but no Invocations School. Oh, Invocation, it's everything related to attacking magic of elements, like Fireball, Magic Missile, Web, Stinking Cloud, Cloud Kill, and so on, and so on, and so on. Meteor Storm, and many attacking magic are the magic of Invocation School. So, it's up to you guys. Right, Illusionist. There are many good illusionary spells, but if you want to play for Illusionist, then you need to choose race Gnome. About it, I will tell you in separate video. So, but you can't cast Necromancery School. Some good spells of that school, by the way. But it's not a big deal if you can't. Then you can have 2 mages. There will be, for example, you can play for Gnome Illusionist, and if you are evil, you can take Xaren Montaron that we sacrificed in previous videos to your party, and have a Necromancer and Illusionist. Just an idea, alright? Invoker. Well, we will have good Invoker in our party pretty soon. But forget about Enchantment School, which is a big shame. But it is what it is. Why do you think I prefer a classic mage who can learn and cast anything, but 1 spell slot less per level? So, up to you to decide. Necromancer. Remember Xar? That we sacrificed the chaotic evil mad wizard? Yes. So, but forget about Illusionary School, which is not a big loss, to be honest. Well, good couple of good protection spells are from this school of magic, and Transmuter. Transmutation spells, I don't know them well, to be honest, but forget about protection, any protection school of abjuration, which I wouldn't choose that subclass. Because very good protective spells for a mage of abjuration school of magic. Alright, Wild Mage. Guys, no offense to those who are fan of wild mages, I hate them. Because, read and pause what it can do. You cast a spell and suddenly in the middle of your party you cast a fireball. Yeah, that's Wild Mage. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens. I would never choose to play for a Wild Mage. We will have a one ready Wild Mage, actually in Beregost. And I will introduce you to that a little bit crazy lady, who is chaotic neutral half-elf. Yep, it will be one ready Wild Mage in Baldur's Gate 1 Enhanced Edition. You can read and pause what Wild Mages are. And class features, what is Wild Surge, that I just talked about it. And read everything at the very bottom. Okay guys, it's been half an hour of me talking. The rest I will explain you, dear ladies and gentlemen, in the next video. We'll start from Thief and go to the very bottom, and then I will show you something else. The further we go, the more interesting it will be, so don't you worry. D&D forever. See you in the next video, guys. Goodbye.